So I came across this guy online talking about Africa, and he said something that made me stop. He said half of Africa is literally in the dark by 7 p.m. Like half. I thought, there's no way that's true. But then I looked it up, and sure enough, 600 million Africans still don't have electricity. 600 million. That's almost twice the entire population of the United States. Now imagine that for a second. No lights, no Wi-Fi, no Netflix. You can't charge your phone. You can't turn on a fan. You can't even open the fridge because, well, there's no fridge. And if you had one, it's just sitting there like a decorative box. You can't cook at night, the kids can't study, and forget about scrolling social media. When the sun goes down, that's it. The day's over. And that really made me think, how is that still happening in 2025? Africa has more sunlight than just about anywhere on Earth. Rivers, wind, natural resources, talent, ambition, all of it. So what's missing? Ownership, infrastructure, or just priorities? Because history tells a story. Most of the systems that were built during colonial times were designed to take things out of Africa, not to build things up inside it. Gold, oil, crops, they surely had electricity for export zones, but guess what? Not neighborhoods. Somehow, decades later, a lot of that logic still lingers. But here's what caught me. He said that's 600 million opportunities. He was talking about solar power, hydro, wind, and local innovation. And he's right. The biggest opportunities on the planet are usually sitting behind the biggest problems. He also talked about quality of life. He said with just a few $100s a month, he can hire a cook, a driver, a cleaner, even security. And yeah, that sounds nice, but his point was deeper. The same few $100s that barely buys groceries in the States can feed families and create jobs somewhere else. It's not about luxury, it's about leverage. And it makes you question what we're really doing with our money when we're just surviving instead of building. As a Black American living in Europe, that hit home for me. I've thought about what it would mean to take my family to the continent, not just to visit, but to actually build something. Not as a savior, but as a contributor. I know it's not simple. You have to build trust, find the right people, avoid scams, all of that. But doesn't everything worthwhile take time? Maybe the first step isn't moving there. Maybe it's just starting the conversation. Talking with each other as Americans or as people of African descent about how to connect the dots. We already have the networks. We already have the skills. We just rarely use them to create something that lasts. 600 million people are still in the dark. That's not just a tragedy. That's a challenge, maybe even a calling. The real question isn't why Africa is still in the dark. The real question is, what are we doing with all the light we already have, and who are we shining it on?